Good morning dear students. Welcome back once again in the science class. I hope you all are good, fit and fine and taking good care of yourselves. Students, as you know, we already completed our chapter number 4, that is states of matter, and we done with its class test as well, revision test as well, right? Today in this class we will be starting a new chapter of book 4 term 3. Students, we will be starting chapter number 1, water and weather. Okay, so quickly bring your book 4 term 3 and carry a pencil in your hand as well. Chapter number 1, water and weather. Students, on the very first page one activity is given. Let's begin. Read the story and answer the questions. Now what we have to do in this is, here some statements are given. Okay, we have to read these statements very carefully, analyze the diagram very carefully and then choose one option from them. Okay, now let's read the first one. When water vapor is heated or cooled, it melts, freezes, condenses to form water. Here in this one we have to convert water vapor into water. So for converting water vapor into water, what we have to do? We have to heat or cool the vapors. Students, we have to cool the vapors. Okay, because after cooling, water vapors will be converted into water. Okay, now it melts, freezes, condenses to form water. Students, water vapor condenses to form water. Okay, now look carefully on this diagram. See, a hot container is here. Okay, and when we open the lid of this container, we will find some water droplets on the lid. Now from where these water droplets come? Students, these are actually the vapors. Okay, because the container is hot, some hot food is inside it. So water vapors are there, and when the water vapors come in contact with the cool surface of the lid, they changes their form and they converted into water droplets. Hence water vapor cool down and condenses to form water. Okay, now come to second statement. When ice is heated or cooled, it evaporates, melts, freezes, condenses to form water. Here in this we have to convert ice into water, right? So how can ice be converted into water? Yes, after melting, right? So melting is the answer. Plus for melting the ice we have to heat or cool. Exactly, we have to heat it. So heated and melt is the correct answer. See, ice is converted into water after melting, right? Likewise, complete the whole exercise by yourself. So students, we learnt that water changes its states on heating and cooling. In nature too, we can see this change in state of matter. You know how? Yes, by water cycle. Water cycle, it is the process, okay, it is the movement of water from earth to sky and then back on the earth. Now let's understand about water cycle in brief. Let's understand the process of water cycle. Students, as you can see, on the earth there are some green part, which means land part, and some sea part, right? Water bodies. So what happens during daytime? From the heat of the sun, the water get heated, right? Water in the water bodies get heated, and we know when water get heated, what happen? Yes, water changes its form and converted into water vapors. This process is known as evaporation. When water changes into water vapors, it is known as evaporation. Okay, now these water vapors goes up in the sky and they form cloud. Okay, they form clouds, and this process is known as condensation. What it is known as? Condensation. Why? Because when they form clouds, they change their state. When water vapors goes up in the sky, they cool down and converted into tiny water droplets. And these water droplets come together to form clouds. Okay, as clouds travel, they accumulate more water droplets and they become very heavy. When the clouds become very heavy, so many water droplets are there, then it starts raining. Okay, when clouds become too heavy and they cannot hold the water droplets, then it starts raining, and that process is known as precipitation. What it is? It is precipitation, or in simple language we can call it rain. Okay, in simple language we can call it rain. That means after raining or precipitation, water again come on the surface of the earth, then it again goes into the sea. From the sea again water gets heated from the heat of the sun. Again water converted into water vapors, then cloud formation, then water droplets, clouds become very heavy, and then they start raining. So this process, this cyclic movement of water from sea to sky, formation of the cloud, and then coming back again on the earth in the form of rain, is known as water cycle. Okay, now let's understand this with the help of a video.
Hello, friends. I am Drippy. You know that rain makes the grass green and it makes your garden grow. Have you ever wondered what makes rain, though? Let's learn, how does rain form?
First, we will need the sun. So, here is the sun. When the sun shines, the heat of the sun warms the water, turning it into an invisible gas called water vapor. This process, the changing of water into a gas, is called evaporation. Because gas is lighter than liquids, water vapor rises up into the sky, and they further move up into the way from Earth's surface due to the temperature of gas. So, in the sky, the water vapor cools and changes back into tiny water droplets. This change of water vapor into water droplets is called condensation, and it's the opposite of evaporation. Clouds are made up of tiny water droplets, so when condensation occurs in the sky, clouds form and grow. Let's see it from a closer perspective. The droplets bang together and form even bigger drops. When the drops get heavy, they fall because of gravity. They even grow and bump into one another on their journey from the cloud to the ground, and every single raindrop that reaches the ground is made of 1 million of the original tiny water droplets. Raindrops fall on the ground's surface when the sun can shine on them, and the whole process happens again. This whole process is called a water cycle and keeps the water moving from the ground to the sky, fulfilling the water needs of the plants, animals, and people to survive.
So, now you know how do raindrops form and fall. Let's summarize this. Steps of water cycle. Evaporation. The changing of water into a gas is called evaporation. Condensation. The changing of water vapor into water droplets is called condensation. Precipitation. Water falls from the sky in the form of rain, snow, or hail. This process is called precipitation. Collection. Oceans and lakes collect water that has fallen. Water evaporates into the sky again, and the cycle continues.
Students, I hope you understood the concept of water cycle. Now we will meet in next video. Till then, keep learning. Bye.